Welcome. Today we're going to talk about why declutter. What's some powerful reasons that you should eliminate clutter in your life? And also a perspective from me as a person who has been working and walking on this journey of decluttering my life to simplify it so I can enjoy the things that matter most. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a homeschool mom. I have 3 kiddos that I homeschool. They are super sweet kids, but I am super busy. My husband works, he's self-employed. I do some arbitrage work with buying and reselling on the side. And so our lives can look pretty chaotic and pretty hectic, and like other people's. But I started to notice that things around me were pretty chaotic. And more so than just your everyday, typical, the kids need this, the kids need that, we have to go to this sporting event, those kinds of things. It seemed like things were taking more out of me and taking more work and required more of me than it should be. So this by no means is a channel for because I just have OCD and I love to clean and those kinds of things. These videos come from a busy mom with a hectic schedule who needed to take control of her life to manage the things that she could actually control, to make everyday tasks a little simpler, a little more enjoyable, and just to make home life a little more peaceful. So given that, let's talk about something, okay? If clutter is stealing your time, if it's stealing your space and your peace of mind, this video is for you. These clutter eliminators are for you because that's where I was, and that's why I started this journey. And I didn't do it intending on starting some kind of business or starting YouTube videos. I simply did this because I knew how much it impacted my life and how much I could help other people maybe take a little bit of the chaos out of their life and impact some families to live a little more simply and enjoy life a little bit more. Today we're going to break down exactly why decluttering can transform your life. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list. This is not a detailed list. This is just quick overviews. And then in the future, we're going to be doing what's called the clutter eliminators. So we're going to look at different areas in your life, break them down, along with my personal journey to help you in your walk and your journey to simplify your life by decluttering. So let's get into this today. The first one I want to talk about is clutter increases our stress. Okay, studies show that clutter raises our cortisol levels. Now that is our stress hormones. So when we're trying to work in an environment where there is all kinds of clutter, all kinds of chaos around us of unnecessary items or unnecessary things, it then increases our cortisol level, which then makes us feel more stressed. Okay, let's look at it as a visual mess equals a mental mess. Okay, so the things that we see visually either simplify and relax ourselves, or it creates chaos, it creates our spaces, create our mind being overwhelmed. So you'll feel more relaxed and more focused when you're working in just a clean, clutter-free environment. So that's our first one. Our second one is it saves time. I don't know about you, but time seems to be one of those things that gets away so fast. It seems like the older my kids get or the older I get, the faster time seems to go. So we need to eliminate clutter so we can have more time in life. There was a time in my life when, let's say, just house cleaning, okay, that it took so much time because I was so into decorations. Like, I could not have a space that did not have a single decoration on it. In fact, usually it had like 3 or 4. So it took me so much time in my house cleaning to dust, and I regretted it so much because I'd have to lift up every item, or, I wouldn't, and then I knew I didn't do it completely. And it really took so much more time. I'm by no means a minimalist. I like to just keep things simple and manageable for me and what fits into my life, into my spaces, and what works best for us. So if you like decorations, if you like things, if you're a collector, like, this isn't a bad thing, okay? But we still have to learn how we can save time by how we organize and the things that we keep. So one of the things we can save time with is spending less time searching for things. If you have a pile of stuff and you're looking for a piece of paper, it takes forever, okay? If the kids' rooms are a mess and we're trying to find the matching sock to their favorite pair of socks, and we're digging through everything, like, it's not just a simple open the drawer, here's the socks, they've been put away properly, we get the sock, and we leave. It becomes a crying fest of, I need my favorite pair of socks, I don't know where they are, digging through the dirty clothes hampers, all kinds of things. So by decluttering, you're going to save less time looking for other stuff. Cleaning's going to become, like I said earlier, quicker and easier. Okay, we don't have as much stuff to move. We don't have as much stuff to pick up. We don't have as much stuff to put away. This is going to make our job as moms, or just as ordinary people, just make it quicker. There's also going to be fewer distractions. So we're going to find ourselves being more productive around the house, or more productive in whatever you want to do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to spend more time with your kids, if you want to have more time to read, if you want to be able to go join a club or a gym or something like that, the fewer distractions that we have to work through, the more productive and the more time we're going to have to do the things that we really love. We're going to gain space and freedom. Okay, so when we declutter, clutter physically takes up room. Okay, so by decluttering, you're going to open your home, you're going to open your space, you're going to feel more in control and more like you can breathe a little bit easier. Okay, those things aren't looming over top of you as things that you need to get done, or they need to go somewhere else. Also, it saves money. Okay, so there's no more buying duplicate things. There's no more, maybe something got left out, so it got stepped on, or it got broken somehow, or the dog took it and chewed it up, so now we have to replace. Okay, we're taking care of our items. We're going to shop more intentionally. Okay, if I just go to Hobby Lobby and open myself up to all of the home decor, I could probably do a lot of money damage. Okay, I could probably buy half the store and be happy. But if I know my spaces, and if I go into Hobby Lobby looking for something for the center of my table, okay, I'm not looking to buy something for the wall. I'm not looking to buy something for the bookcase. I'm going in with an intentional purchase to buy something that is fitting my specific need. And that will save us a lot more money. So less stuff, less to maintain, less to store, less to replace, more money in the bank. The next thing we're going to talk about is our mental clarity. okay? Decluttering will boost our mental clarity. A tidy environment just supports better thinking and better decision making. It's hard to make a decision when you have so many things sitting around you, so many aspects of life around you that you can't complete, you can't finish, you have to get done. And in that, you're thrown to think about like 100 different things rather than being able to sit down, focus on one task, and accomplish it. You'll be surprised how much mental bandwidth clutter takes up. Just having a clear desk when you're sitting down to do a budget or to do paperwork or to fill out the kids' next school form or the next soccer tryouts waiver or something, like make a doctor's appointment. Like, you know where your calendar is, here's your pen, here's your notepad, you know exactly what you need to do. And that's just going to mentally clear your head so much. So that's another way that clutter is important to get rid of. Next, how our home feels. Okay, I don't know about you, but I want my home to feel more peaceful, more open, not chaotic, simple and quiet and peaceful, the best that I can. Sometimes with kids, that doesn't happen all the time, but it still can be peaceful. It can be loud. It can still be peaceful. Imagine walking into a calm space every day that is open, that is clear of clutter, and where you can just feel at peace. Cluttered homes feel chaotic. That's exactly where I was when I started this journey. My house felt chaotic. Always dishes in the sink, always laundry in piles, kids couldn't find anything, toys everywhere, decorations everywhere, closets packed full, cramming stuff in when people were coming over so they didn't see it. Like, it was just chaotic. Even if you're used to it, okay? Even if you are used to stuff being around you everywhere, it is still having an impact on you. It is still impacting your peacefulness and your calmness, even if you're not sure that it is. Once you actually declutter and you feel that sense of freedom, that sense of peace, that burden that's lifted, you're going to feel so much freer and so much more at peace. You'll never want to go back. At least that's how I feel. So it also helps you focus on what matters. There's not enough time in the day to do everything, it doesn't feel like. So, but by me doing less stuff, by you having less stuff, we're making more room for our goals, for our passions, for our desires, or for people. I wanted to be able to homeschool my children. That was going to take time. That was going to take effort. That was going to take having a system and having things cleaned up and a place for them to work. And in order to do that, I needed to have less stuff so I could give more to them as a mom. And it can be anything. It can be a hobby, it can be a person, it can be just whatever comes into your mind, whatever sparks your passion, sparks your interest. And your energy goes towards more meaningful things and not what's in the way. Not always shuffling things, not always moving things from one room to the other, not always having that pile by the stairs of things that needs to go upstairs, but nobody wants to carry it upstairs and put it away. And so it just helps us focus on what matters. If we eliminate that clutter, eliminate that excess, and just simplify. So some final thoughts and some motivation is decluttering is a form of self-care. We're in a culture where self-care is important, and meditation and weight loss and all of those things. Caring for yourself really matters. And decluttering is, as we talked about, all these things with stress, which can lead to weight gain, peacefulness, calmness, tranquility, focusing on what matters. Decluttering is a part of self-care. You're taking care of not only your things and what you've been given, but also you're taking care of yourself, your mental and your physical health. Look for progress over perfection. So we're going to learn how to start small, start with little things that we can impact our life with, that can change the dynamic of how we've seen clutter and what we think of clutter, and do those small things and progress over time. We're never going to be perfect. Why? We can't strive to be something we can never be, okay? But we can make an impact. We can make progress. And so let's work on that. We're going to be having clutter eliminators come up, as I said. These are going to be little quick wins that you can watch and listen to and be able to implement things in your life. The next one I'm planning to do is going to be on your purse. Our purse, as women, is chaotic and a mess. Okay, at least mine was. I needed to fix it. So we're going to be looking at that next. So if you liked today's video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel to get future videos. Also, put a comment down in the description about the area of your life that feels the most cluttered. It could be simple like your purse, it could be your dishes, it could be your laundry, it could be your relationship, it could be your finances, but feel free to share a little bit about that, and it might become one of the next clutter eliminators in the future to come. So that being said, make sure you like the video, leave a comment if you like it, and give me some feedback on what impacts your life of clutter, and make sure you subscribe. So until next time, happy decluttering.
To accentuate the positive feeling, minus to negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.